Guys, Valve just announced Counter-Strike 2. Now, well, I'm not a huge Counter-Strike fan, but I am a fan of everything that Valve does. So we're going to watch the announcement trailer on YouTube, and then we're going to look at some of the other feature trailers that they have on here, because this is really freaking exciting. This is another example of a Source 2 game, and boy freaking howdy, am I stoked for this.
With over 20 years of history, maps are a fundamental pillar of Counter-Strike. And in Counter-Strike 2, maps are getting a new look. But don't worry, you can still bring along your countless hours honing strategies and exploiting every corner and crevice. We took 3 approaches to improving maps while retaining their rich legacy. First, there are touchstone maps. Classic maps with solid foundations that players can use to evaluate gameplay changes from CSGO to Counter-Strike 2. These have improvements to lighting and character read, but otherwise haven't been changed.
Wow, did you see the reflections in the floor there? That's pretty impressive.
Source 2 lighting, including a physically based rendering system that produces realistic materials, lighting, and reflections.
The Source 2 engine is capable of some really great lighting. I played through Half-Life Alyx using Half-Life Alyx running on a GTX Titan X, and it does, it doesn't have RTX on a Titan X, but it looked freaking incredible. Like, I found myself lost in the environments many times just because of how beautiful everything looked. I mean, the lighting was truly convincing, and especially with like the real-time shadows and everything that was going on when you were holding the flashlight, or when you were using your flashlight anyway. It was incredible. So to see it here in Counter-Strike 2, that's impressive.
And finally, overhauls. The oldest maps have been fully rebuilt from the ground up, leveraging all of the Source 2 tools and rendering
Look at
features.
That looks incredible.
These tools will be available for community map makers to make it easier to build, experiment, and iterate.
Whoa, does that mean that Source 2 tools are finally maturing? Because right now the community's Source 2 tools, as far as I know, are still kind of like not that great. So hopefully that means that we can see more Half-Life Alyx mods, like with more detail and better looking. Wow.
With upgrades to lighting, player read, and materials in Counter-Strike 2, even the familiar will feel brand new.
Whoa. Nice. That looks incredible, and that music sounds vaguely Portal-esque. And it makes me want a new Portal game, like really bad. That was the trailer that I saw this morning when I was looking at YouTube. So the next era of Counter-Strike begins this summer. Counter-Strike 2 is the largest technical leap forward in Counter-Strike's history, ensuring new features and updates for years to come. All of the game's new features will be revealed when it officially launches this summer, but the road to Counter-Strike 2 begins today as a limited test for select CSGO players. During this testing period, we'll be evaluating a subset of features to shake out any issues before the worldwide release. Counter-Strike 2 arrives this summer as a free upgrade to CSGO, so build your loadout, hone your skills, and prepare yourself for what's next. Responsive smokes. I'm assuming smoke grenades.
In a Counter-Strike match, information can mean the difference between success or failure. As a result, smoke grenades have become a cornerstone of team tactics. With Counter-Strike 2's new game engine, we've evolved smokes and made them dynamic. Smoke grenades now create volumetric 3D objects that live in the world.
Wow.
Now, not only do all players see the same smoke regardless of position, but the smoke can interact with the environment in interesting ways. It reacts to lighting.
That is awesome.
Fill spaces naturally. The shape of the smoke cloud can be pushed and carved by bullets.
Really?
Grenades.
Wow. That looks awesome. I saw that clip. I saw that clip in the other trailer. where the grenade blew away some of the smoke. That looks incredible. I wonder, do real grenade smoke like fill in once it's been washed away like that? That's interesting. I've paused this here, and I swear I almost was like, this looks real. Like this, the fidelity of the graffiti here is amazing. And like, it just, I mean, I can't get over how good this game looks. Like, this looks incredible.
Smoke grenades provide even more tactical opportunities. They're just going to look and play better.
Wow. That looks great. And then there's also moving beyond tick rate here, which could be huge.
Counter-Strike is known for its visceral and satisfying gunplay. Now, firing a weapon looks pretty simple. You click your mouse, your character shoots, your target takes damage. But there's a lot more happening behind the scenes. In previous versions of Counter-Strike, the game only evaluated moving and shooting in discrete time intervals, or ticks, and time between those ticks didn't exist. For the most part, the experience was seamless. But sometimes those milliseconds between click and tick could be the difference between landing or missing your shot. That's why with Counter-Strike 2, we're introducing sub-tick updates. Now the tick rate no longer matters for moving and shooting, so the server will know the exact moment you fired your shot, jumped your jump, or peeked your peek, and the server will calculate your precise actions between ticks.
That's awesome.
So what you see is what you get.
Oh, here we go. Look at this. Look at the difference in lighting here. The lighting makes all the difference. I mean, having higher fidelity lighting, having ambient occlusion. Yeah, look at the difference in lighting. Like there, you can see like all the fake ambient occlusion, where here it seems like a light map. And like these fake reflections are substituted for something that looks more realistic. You know, same with the reflections here on the steel plate on the ground. It just looks really nice. The fidelity of the texture here looks better. I mean, everything just feels brighter and more naturally lit between these. Look at it. Look at the difference here. Like, this looks like a subway station, and this looks like something out of almost Half-Life. That's incredible. I mean, look at the difference between the vehicle there, the both of the vehicles. It looks like cleaner to me. So that's everything here for Counter-Strike 2. It looks incredible. I love the design of this website. As a web designer, I gotta say, it looks pretty nice. It's great to see Valve releasing games again. I mean, Half-Life Alyx was a couple years ago, but now we have Counter-Strike 2, which is a full engine upgrade for CSGO, which I think counts. You know, to stuff like Neon Prime, and even like the fact that they're working on what appears to be a new VR headset that's a standalone unit. It's exciting stuff. It's really, really nice to see. And I'm hoping that at some point soon we'll find out what Neon Prime is, and we'll find out exactly what Deckard is, their VR headset. I am a big fan of Valve, if you can't tell, and if you are as well, make sure you get subscribed so that you can stay up to date with all the stuff we're talking about here. We usually talk about Steam Deck on the channel, but we will be covering Counter-Strike 2 updates as well as Deckard and Neon Prime when those release. With that being said, thank you to my patrons who make what I do here possible. It's because of them, and I honestly wouldn't not be able to do this if it wasn't for them, so thank you. You can become a patron using the links below. You can become a ViewSync subscriber if that's more your fancy, or a YouTube member. It's all greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching and spending your time here with me today, and I will see you in the next one.